from the KATC Weather Lab, here's Bradley's forecast.
Welcome back and happy meteorological fall. How did we ring it in? Well, by hitting 100 degrees here in Lafayette. Quite hot out there, and unfortunately, we're not looking at any sort of fall temperatures, at least for the foreseeable future. Hopefully, we have some better news as the month wears on, but it's going to stay hot and humid through the course of the weekend. So here's temperatures at the top of the hour across the Acadiana. I'll make it over to the chroma key wall. We're in the low to mid 80s area wide, 83 here in the hub city. And we're watching this area of low pressure that is now cut off from the upper level flow. So it's just meandering around, and actually it's going to be drifting westward here through the course of the weekend. Now notice all the tropical moisture east of this area of low pressure. That's where best rain chances have been setting up the past couple of days. However, as it drifts westward this weekend, we're going to start to see some of that Gulf moisture being drawn into Acadiana. And with some atmospheric lift, daytime heating eventually will give us some slightly better rain chances, especially towards the back half of the holiday weekend. We'll show you that in just a second. But as mentioned, all the showers and storms today remaining well east of Acadiana into Mississippi, Alabama, the Florida Panhandle. Again, east of that area of low pressure. We've been relatively quiet and points to the west. In fact, Power Doppler 3 didn't show a whole lot all afternoon long. It remains quite quiet out there late this evening. So no major issues for the rest of tonight. It's going to be mild, noticeably muggier as well. You may have noticed the last couple of mornings have actually felt kind of nice, at least relatively speaking, from this past summer. But unfortunately, muggier conditions are going to be back, and they're going to stick around through the course of the weekend. Let's talk a little tropics. We are active on the Atlantic side of things. A few named storms, none of which are going to be a concern for us. Now, we did see tropical depression number 12 form earlier today. Could briefly achieve tropical storm status, but that's going to continue to lift northward. Not a big concern there. Another area of interest coming off the African coast, pretty healthy tropical wave. That now has a 60% chance to develop at least into a depression over the next 7 days. We'll have to keep an eye on it because initially it's going to take a westward track. Should eventually track north of the islands. Then it gets a little iffy. Some models bring it closer to Florida, the East Coast. Other models recurve it out into the open Atlantic. So at this point, not overly concerning, especially for us. But of course, considering we're now in the peak stretch of the hurricane season, got to keep an eye on everything out there in the tropics. But no pending threats for the Gulf of Mexico nor us here in Acadiana, so we'll take that for sure. Let's play it out with the graph model. Temperatures heading for the mid and upper 70s later on tonight into first thing tomorrow morning, and then partly cloudy skies into the afternoon. Quite hot out there. I think we stay on the cooler side of 100, mid 90s into the afternoon. But again, you're going to notice an increase in that humidity. So it feels like temperatures in the triple digits during the hottest part of the day. Widely scattered showers and storms for the afternoon, early evening hours. That around 30 to 40%. Pretty typical summer-like pattern out there tomorrow. Not everyone gets wet, but some of you will get some much needed rainfall. Very similar setup Sunday. Mid to upper 70s for the start, mid 90s into the afternoon. Rain coverage at around 30 to 40%. But here we go into Labor Day on Monday. That low is going to be tracking a little bit further off to our west. That's going to draw in some deeper tropical moisture. And again, I think we'll see a slightly better scattering of some showers and storms come Monday at around 50 to 60%. 40 to 50% on Tuesday. Thereafter, unfortunately, rain chances trending downward, and the heat is going to sneak back up on us. In the short term, again, mid to upper 70s tonight into first thing tomorrow morning. Most of us push easily into the mid 90s by the afternoon under partly cloudy skies. 76 your projected low tonight. It's going to be a quiet night ahead. Again, noticeably muggier, especially compared to the past couple of nights. 96 your projected high tomorrow. Hot, humid conditions. We'll call it widely scattered, primarily afternoon, early evening showers and storms at around 30 to 40%. Very similar setup Sunday. 95 the projected high. Rain chances up to 60% on Labor Day. 93 into the afternoon, and then gradually those rain chances toning down as next week wears on. As a result, temperatures sneaking back up mid to potentially upper 90s toward the end of that 10-day period. Can't seem to shake it quite yet. But again, in the short term this weekend, pretty typical summer-like pattern. So continue to stay hydrated out there, stay cool as well, especially if you have any outdoor plans or maybe tailgating tomorrow afternoon, guys.
All right, good advice. Thanks, Bradley.
No problem.